What the? Hold on.
Check it out. Y'all ready to do something? We already doing something. Look at the willingness. God woke us up this morning. Can I get an amen? Don't get scared now. Hallelujah. Thursday morning. Here we go. Love you. Go, y'all. Let's get busy.
Grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. You got it if you don't, so work it and live. Believe that. Woo!
Booyah!
All right, check it out. Who's up in these comments? I say, hey, if y'all ain't shared this, please help us share this out. I got Boone County Deputy Sheriff Teddy Milton in the house. Nobody's made a comment. I got 2 likes, got 27 people on there. Help us share this out. Looks like our Wi-Fi is low, player. Let me check it out real quick. So what you got going on tonight?
Who?
Who? Hold up. We sharing this out, so help us out. I see we got a 30 piece on there. Bambi Adams is gonna help us share this out. Lake Cumberland Recovery. I gotta hit. Oh my gosh, Brian Privet up. Thank you, Bambi. Thank you. So yeah, we getting a start right. Oh, we 2 minutes late, but that's okay, huh? The first meeting I was late to was the first one. None after that. Praise God. Real talk. Oh, hold on, I'm sharing out.
That Deals guy. What's he saying?
Who? Is that Deals? Lottie Dottie, we likes to party. Mr. Deals, Teddy Milton in the house. Drop the mic. When I rock the mic, I rock the mic right. As Robin G. Brown, drug court's finest, Franklin County, baby, Franklin, Kentucky. Up for sales, homegrown tomato right through here. Woodford County girl right there, Teddy. How you doing, Mr. Teddy?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain, huh? Nothing but a chicken wing. We living. I'm trying to share it out.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're just gonna share it out because I really want to get into the whole thing about how Teddy opened so many doors for me and others like me that were caught up in that self-made hell of addiction. Shut the front door. Who's that?
It's Myra.
Myra's in Florida, ain't she?
Yeah, she's on vacation.
Oh, good deal indeed. Good deal. Let me hit. Where's my people? I'm trying to find them real quick. Myra, share us on your page. Help us out. I'm trying to find what's his name.
She's down there eating seafood.
Huh?
Yeah.
What part of Florida?
She'll have to tell you. I forgot what she told me.
From Sandy Hook? Yes, sir. So yeah, man, just trying to get this out there. One second. So if you're brand new, we're glad you're here. She said, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So I don't know what, it was Tuesday night. Just, the doors that Teddy opened in this process. I met Teddy back in 2013. Was it? No, it was 13.
Yeah.
13 or 12. Me and my buddy Chaz Ray we were speeding, coming up there. We just picked up some dope and we were floating down through the Versailles, the Lexington
Parkway,
Road.
right
Yeah,
the
the BG Parkway. Yeah, it was actually right across the road. And you had already had a car pulled over.
Yeah.
And we went whizzing by, and I look over at you. I'm in the passenger side. I was like, we hit. And I didn't know Teddy personally at that time, but I had been locked up previously in Shelbyville, which it holds the Anderson County inmates.
Right.
And half the people, the majority of the people in there, I'd say percentage-wise, 75 to 80% of the people were locked up, and you were the arresting officer. So that's how I found out about Teddy. Then I got to meet him the hard way. Real talk. There's Brian. Brian Hodges says, yo, my guy, Teddy Ray.
Yeah, Brian's he works up there at the Boone County. He works on all of our cars and stuff. So it's got to be nice to him because he may
Oh, yeah.
leave the lug nuts loose.
No, don't leave the lug nuts loose. You hear me? Real talk. Abby Hicks. How you? Girl, where you been? I see you. Good stuff. I'm glad you're here. But anyway, man, it's hot in here. So we're up here on campus of Journey Church, taking it easy, chilling out, trying to get the message out there tonight. But that's how I met you, and I had a backpack at the time, and I had a syringe in there. And Chazzaray was still on an ankle monitor. He was actually just released from Boone County Class D deal. He was getting the monitor off the next day, and he admitted that he was under the influence of Loratab at the time.
Yeah.
And I said, "You big sissy," and it was quite something. But yeah, you held us accountable. And you just had some, kind words on us. You get off this stuff, it's not, and again, that stuck with me at that time. And I ran into you a few times, out in the community here in Versailles after I was, clean and sober, no minor altering substance, whatever fellowship you're in. And it kind of started opening doors,
Right.
And it did open a lot of doors for us, for people, that suffer from addiction, alcoholism, things of that nature. So I don't know what's going on. We're kind of stuck. We got 34. Let us know you're out there. Make a comment. I'm waiting on Margaret Cotton to get in here.
It's Fort Walton.
Fort Walton?
Yeah.
Where's
I
that
couldn't
at?
remember.
Where's Fort Walton at? What part of Florida is that?
Fort Walton.
Send me a map. Let me.
They heard her mom is down there together on vacation. They went down there to check it out to see.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Why you in Facebook jail? What'd they do to you?
who's in Facebook?
Dana? What'd they do to you? Hermie, get out of there. I need you. I wonder where you was at. Look, they got you out of there. Who we got here? What part of Georgia is this? How you pronounce that, Daddy?
Where you at?
That's Mitch. He's down there somewhere in it's Georgia, ain't it?
Yeah.
So what happened? What did I just do? Oh, okay. Let me share this out. I'm sorry. I got a
That's
page
what
to
I'm
share that off.
too, so.
So just give us a minute. We've been down there at Goldie's, down at Steve's, hanging out, the marathon, and they're a big sponsor of the Blameless Children every year. Pretty awesome stuff. There's John Kilgore. Shut the front door.
Oh, John Kilgore, he's in Florida. He's in Florida.
He's out. He drive that 18-wheeler, don't he?
Oh yeah, he drives trucks and loads trucks and does all kinds of stuff.
Got it going on.
John can do anything.
Did you share it on Deputy Milton's page?
No.
I got it. What'd they do to me? Yeah, let us know you're out there. If you don't care, help us share it out. It's still early and the weather's nice out, man. The weather's really nice. Hatcher, how you doing? Where's this from? Not Arkansas. I'm headed to Arkansas next week. I'm excited about it. And thank you for your support, young lady. I mean, I really appreciate it. I see you, commenting on the post, very uplifting and, lifting us up, man. And
so where are you going to Arkansas? What part were you doing?
I'm going to Little Rock to speak at the 6th Region 3rd Annual SAMHSA Peer Conference. Basically, it's about, peer support here in Kentucky and, of course, Arkansas and other states. What that is that therapeutic value of one addict helping another. Basically, you get a certificate, you do some classes. I think it's a week process, and you go through the training, answer the questions, again, some pen to paper, because I've been through some struggles. I've been through some, that self-made hell. Someone that you could someone early in recovery would be, I think personally, quicker to open up to somebody that's been there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's been through that hell. So,
right, absolutely.
South Central, shut the front door. There he is. I see you, Mitch. All right. Real talk. Here we go. Who's that? Chandra Craigle? Did I say that right, John?
That's Kilgore. It's John's wife.
Oh, hey, how you doing, man? Glad you're here.
Yeah.
So you go on his Facebook? What's going on? You got a joint? I'm kidding. Well, thank you, honey. Thank you. So yeah, I'm still trying to get this out there, man. I don't know what we're doing.
So what are we going to talk about?
Just, about the trials and tribulation, I mean, you've been through some things early in this. And like I said, Teddy's son, Austin, is the one that started the page. Teddy, Angie Stewart, Austin, and Todd Barrett. Yeah. And, I'll do this page back in 2016. I had 2 years sobriety at the time. And I thought, wow, why would we do this? Because I didn't believe in me, but God kept putting people in my life to lift me up like Teddy. And it was really cool. So we started the page. Austin made the logo, and Teddy's been here from day one. part of the Blameless Children. Huge part of Blameless Children since we started. Thank you, Bambi. Thank you so much. So that's how the Blameless Children came into play. It started, the Andrew Hager Live started in 2016. Angie Stewart just added live at the end of the name, and then it kind of everybody started using live after that. But I did a live on accident. But you guys kept pressuring me to do this thing.
Is that when you were was you at a store?
Yeah.
When you first went live?
Yeah, I was at the, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh, is that where you was at?
Yeah, and I said, I used to come here and steal this cheese. But I don't live like that today, thanks to the program. And I said, I broke some traditions. And anyway, that's kind of how it went down.
Right. And you talk about people like first responders that's helped you and stuff like that, but people don't realize that people like me, we all have problems, but people like me are glad to encounter people like you because, you can help us just as much as we can help you. I mean, it's two ways there. So.
Well, and that's the whole thing. Like, you've opened so many doors for me personally and others like me. Because more people came aboard, with Jeremy Cornish, Opie Satterley, Mike Cottle, all law enforcement. And it's a long list that
Right.
were willing to open up and they're my friends now.
Oh, absolutely.
Where if it wasn't, and I feel that's where God worked us together in that sense, and to be able to deal with things that you had to go through, that you deal with. I mean, it wasn't like you grew up, in a household where there wasn't addiction, where there wasn't alcoholism, because that's how you grew up. And I think people like me that's out here using, look at law enforcement, oh, you don't know,
Yeah.
you think because, again, but not looking at the person, looking at the uniform. And after I learned your story, I'm like, wow.
Right. Absolutely.
Because you paid DLC, Department of Corrections, to bring your brother to your mother's funeral.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And there he was, orange jumpsuit and shackles. That's heavy. Oh, I think I got this shared out.
But like I said, it does law enforcement good too, and first responders of any kind to know, if I see somebody out there struggling or whatever, I can help, and I can call you and say, hey, I've got this person so and so, and they need this or they need that, and you're always willing to help. So it helps a lot. So
yeah, it's been a beautiful thing. Hold on, guys, don't hang up. Hey, Margaret, can you help get me and Teddy out there? We're live. We're on the air, so hit me back.
You're live. I was trying to find it.
come on, Margaret.
Really? We're live. We're actually live. We got 32 people on here.
I got the police coming over and do a welfare check on you right now. You didn't answer the phone.
You got us? Who we got on here? Let's get. Oh, Steve. How you doing, Steve? He says Teddy is one of the best guys I know.
I just talked to Steve today. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Amen. Amen. Is it
Sure.
Niece?
Yes.
Oh, I got it right.
Yeah.
All right, Margaret, call me when you're not busy. Thanks. I can see Heather. Amen. Amen. And again, so this is how it happened. Here I am. I'm this guy, that was using against my will. And I know a lot of you normal folk think, oh, it's a choice. Why couldn't you just stop? But I couldn't. The greatest willpower and the most sincere desire to stop, I couldn't stop. And I remember praying, I don't want to use. And I would use. And again, God kept putting these vessels, these servants in my life. And again, to lift me up. And when I met Judge Dutton the other day, she gave me 90 days for driving on suspended.
Yes.
I was like,
She'll
dang,
hold you accountable.
yeah, I said, that's kind of a lot, ain't it?
Yeah.
And she said to me at that time, because I was in the madness, the insanity way of thinking, she said, you have the worst criminal jacket here today, Mr. Hager. And I looked at her and said, well, I've already done the time for that. You know what I mean? The insanity way of thinking.
Must not work.
It didn't work, man. It didn't work. You know what I mean? So I ran into her the other day, and I thanked her for, holding me accountable. And again, the doors that have been opened through Teddy, once again, have been it's been immaculate. Like, the chief of police, I don't have it with me. Oh, yeah, here it is. Brian Taylor over in Anderson.
Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, he's very welcoming. In Lawrenceburg, he's very welcoming, and just so many things. Judge Privet.
Right.
Again, so many doors have been opened through this process. But a little bit about your story. You grew up in an alcoholic home.
Yeah, my dad, but he functioned and everything, and he did what he's supposed to do, but still that was a lot of chaos. You know, the alcohol and all that stuff, and then I had a brother too. Done some stuff too as far as drugs and stuff like that. So yeah, I grew up in that and know firsthand. Dealing with the domestic violence and all that stuff that goes on with all that. So
Amen. So, and that's what I think stood out the most to me because I'd been in funerals in my family where we had to pay DLC to bring my cousins and things like that, to their parents' funerals. And when, you shared that with me, I'm like, wow, you do get it.
right,
I mean,
absolutely,
you just went down a different path, not to pick up dope and see where it leads you.
right.
And you lost your sister. How long ago has it been?
2019. So
To a fentanyl overdose.
yes.
So, and again, it doesn't discriminate.
No, it does not. It don't matter who you are, where you come from, how much money you got, or it who's part of your family. If there's somebody high and mighty, I mean, you could have people in your family, no matter who you are, and that's like when you go to church and stuff. And I used to see it a lot. You go to church and nobody wants to, everybody wants to hush hush, keep it a secret, don't let nobody know it's happening at my house. You see that stuff, and I'm like, that's what needs to be brought out. If you go to church and you have somebody that's struggling with drugs, I mean, you need to, put them on a prayer list, pray for them, let people know, because there's a lot of people out there can help those, people suffering from addiction and a lot of mental illness. That's got a lot to do with it and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, it's across the board, because the mental part does come in pretty heavy. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get
and
this out there.
everybody that always when you arrest somebody and talk to them, there's always a reason. There's something that they've been through, tragic, or it's caused them to want to get high and numb that pain. So they don't have to think about it or worry about it. I see that a lot too. So
Well, and a lot of it was because I didn't want to deal with life on life terms. I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to be a father. It's like I dug this hole so deep, I had no worth. I would always, like I said, I was chasing it. By that time, I was all in. You know what I mean?
right,
I couldn't function. I mean, that's all I thought about. It talks about the two parts of the disease of addiction: the mental obsession, the physical allergy. That's all I thought about 24/7. And I jump over to this. You know, that was a mental obsession, the physical allergy. I had to have it. I couldn't function.
right,
It was just without a detox. So I detoxed several times in the jail cell on the floor, but I would forget so quick.
yeah,
That pain after the doors open and I was released, things of that nature.
And I know about like in the '80s and beginning of the '90s, and middle '80s. I remember, my dad would went to a rehab, and my brother also went. There's one in Louisville they went to, and I remember that, like it was yesterday. So, and then you see these, so rehabs has been out there a long time, helping get people on track,
Right.
to do what's right and you know help them with what they suffer with. So
Get some distance. Though, real quick, Jordan Winchester, right there he is. Found an easy way to deal with myself and life by submerging myself in the disease. Real talk, real Facebook user. I don't know who this is. I was too busy chasing that girl. Yeah. And I want to tell the kids I love them. You hear me?
right,
I want to go to jail. When I go to jail, when I'm rescued by being arrested, I want to get on that phone, come see me, bring the kids, snot flying, crying.
right,
And again, I wasn't a father. I mean, I wasn't worried about them when I was out there chasing that next one. You know what I mean? Now I want to see them. Now I want them to take, time out of their precious life to come look at me through a glass for 15 minutes. The insanity,
right,
man, what this dope
right.
does. But when you lost Tabby, it was a very difficult time in your life because she'd been going to church with you and Myra. And
Yeah,
she'd beat cancer, right?
Yeah, she beat cancer, I think 3 times, and she was doing good on track. She was actually in an apartment in Georgetown and was right real close to to where I was at in Georgetown, and it was good because you go by and see her and check on her and do things, and we was close. And then when she moved to Richmond, it just it changed. she moved to Richmond. I thought she's still doing good. That Sunday, she's supposed to went to church with us, and that Saturday she'd been going to church with us, and she wasn't going to go to church that day. She stayed. She usually comes down, stay all night on a Saturday and go to church with us, and she didn't make it. She was going to watch the UK game, and then next thing I know, after church Sunday, I'm getting a phone call from my brother, and he was worried about her, which is his. They're twins, and
Right.
he just felt something wasn't right, and so I called Richmond Police and asked them about doing a welfare check, and they said, "Well, the police is already there. I'll have one of them call you." So that's when I know something, wasn't right. And then when I get a call, it's the coroner, and then I know exactly then, So that's, they found her deceased in her apartment. So
So that's how it went down. You get a call from the coroner's office.
yeah,
Wow. Hey, if you're on here, hit that heart button, man. Share it out if you don't mind, or hashtag let God in the wind. Don't play about it, pray about it. We're going to turn Jesus up in here. Real talk, and that's tragic, and that's the thing, man. Death, and that's your baby sister. No, you're the baby.
yeah,
So she used to beat you up real tough.
absolutely, yeah.
Slap you around real good.
She was
Take
she
it
was a
with you.
tomboy. She could play basketball, and she always liked the Boston Celtics, and I always liked the Lakers. So you can imagine what kind of
Oh yeah, that wasn't good.
no,
That's a nice rivalry.
right, yeah.
Good
So,
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, man. So going through this process, we started this page back in 2016, and again, Teddy, major part, huge part, a part of made this happen. Thank you for sharing. Is that Elaine? Did I say that right? What? Can you read that, Teddy?
Yeah.
I got it. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. Well, thank you so much. She said everyone was mostly high in the 80s and 90s. Right. Thank you, Steve. Thank you,
And
brother.
a lot of people still are today.
But the seriousness of it is, man, it's not like it was. Again, there was nothing glamorous about me using. There's so many people right now with the whole fit. Now you don't know what you're getting.
No, absolutely not. No.
None of it's good for you, by no means. But they're putting whatever, and people are dropping off.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened to my sister. She thought she was getting Perk 30, Percocet, whatever, and that's what she got. So she had her so-called best friend brought it to her, and he run by the gas station and got a straw so they could cut it and snort it together. So
And boom.
yep.
It's crazy. It's really a lot. Oh, Mike Cottle, nobody wants to watch Teddy.
I thought he retired.
Oh, he did retire.
He might as well. He was retired on duty anyway. So.
Oh, yes, it is scary nowadays, Elaine. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. I should wear my glasses. Teddy can't read either. but we've had such a good time in this process.
Right.
We've been through some trials and tribulations. I lost my daughter. You were there. You lost your sister up, and we were there for each other. And that's about, but Jeremy, the hitman.
Cornish.
Oh, what up, Wayne? There's Cornish.
Jeremy just had a birthday too.
Did he?
Yeah.
How old is Jeremy now?
On 9/11's his birthday.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy's 55.
He
Yeah.
looks good for 55.
Yeah, he's dyeing his hair. And,
I put some at just for old guys. I got
yeah, he's been doing that for a while. So.
Now, Jeremy finally turned 40.
No,
He's a young cat, man.
no, I think he's 52.
That ain't bad.
No.
But no, a lot, going into this, and again, about the doors being open because, with you, what you've done, again, I've got several calls from people, you and Jeremy as well, and Opie and Mike Cottle.
Right.
For people that, that have broken the law, but you give them an opportunity.
Right.
Go to jail, go to treatment.
Exactly.
Again, and that's huge, man. That's huge.
That's the best time to get them. That's the best time to help them. Let them know, hey, this is what your choices are. You're gonna get, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to jail. You're going to end up dead, or
Well, and that's the bottom line. And then they're more privy to go to treatment. Okay, I'll go to treatment, and the whole time our mind is, okay, how do I get out of this?
Right.
I've got a better chance of escaping treatment because the doors don't.
Or if they know they're going to get jail time, hey, I'll go.
Yeah.
Which,
everybody want to go to treatment when they get some jail time.
Yeah.
Hey, Your Honor, I'm sick and tired of my past being my
Right.
future. Can I get some help for my addiction?
But sometimes I guess it truly helps people to go. And like you said, you were in jail in Fayette County, and then they brought that program in, and you was, that's what
That's
It
what
spun you around.
it
there,
did.
so.
It really did. I got a good, I had to look at the root of the problem, which was me.
Right.
Again, the 12 steps were set in motion to get me out of my own way and to have a constant contact with God. And that's what worked. And people kept coming in, and I started to remember, like with you, the kind words. You weren't, and you're doing your job. Uh, Protecting my family, your guys' family, and doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And I got to look at all this. Everything started. I got, my mind got right, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I was of sound mind, and I started thinking about, all the things in my life that I wanted to change. With that change being said, I still suffer from some things with the little boy issues I had to look at because I felt that I wasn't smart enough to do certain things. I could never
Right.
do this. I could never, I was letting the evil committee beat me up. And in that process, I never thought in a million years that, I would be working in the treatment field, if you will. But again, who better to do it than someone that's been there?
And you
To
talk
share
about
hope.
little boy issues and all that, and I didn't just growing up in that lifestyle, being at home, that I had a lot of anger even when I was in school. I'd go to school, somebody'd say something, and I was,
Red,
just,
what,
I mean, it's just
You-
it's I even I can always remember playing basketball and my coach and assistant coach, sometimes things wouldn't go my way and I was bullheaded and didn't want to listen. And I remember you know, being very disrespectful. And, you look back on it now and you're like, yeah, you had a lot of anger going on. And even, then you don't realize it. But, when you grow older in life, you look back on it and you're like, well, I had a lot going on, but I didn't open up and talk to nobody. I just kept it all bottled up. And that's how I dealt with it.
And well, with that being said, and you would take that stuff to school, something at home, you weren't happy, your brother beating you up, your sister beating you up, your dad talking crazy to you, and somebody else get that ass whooping.
Right.
I mean, excuse my language, but you taking it out on somebody else. So and again, you said it, you bottled it up.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
And you didn't find release from that until what, 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why I got to watch when Mike Cottle gets on here because I'm about ready to put hands on him.
Mike said, Mike ain't got on here, and I ain't seen Opie. It's definitely different these days with addiction. It truly is. This stuff's killing our people. And the sad part is, that they're distributing it a little bit everywhere.
Right.
And that is, this synthetic this and that. I mean, again, it's just a gateway. It opens it up, and this stuff ain't no joke.
Right. And that's, and that's, you'd always tell those people that's really, truly fed up with it. And you can tell the ones that ain't too, because, for instance, for example, stop this car and the guys want to know why I stopped it. And I always tell them why I stopped them and all this and that. And then, of course, it leads to something else. And then, the passenger wants to give me somebody else's name and all that stuff. And then, most time when they don't know their social, in their 40s and 50-year-old, and they don't know their social, boom, they got a warrant.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't carry an ID for that simple fact because I knew I had warrants.
And it's
Sean, I didn't see whatever you did.
Then when you let them know, you got warrants, you're going to jail, and then the driver, he's over there. Oh, you just pulled me over for no reason. You better, my attorney will handle this, do this and that. I'm like, okay. So then he starts, telling me how low life I was, this and this and that. And I'm just standing there. I guess he's, I've been there and done. I've been called everything in the book, and I just told him, I said, hey, I've been doing this way too long. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Well, but it's real, looking for somebody to blame. Of course, I never said I'm calling my attorney. I never had one. So, but, I've been in the courtroom with you, when you had to go to court. And, of course, we can't say names, but I've seen you, pretty much be an attorney for the fellow that you arrested, and you told him what you would do, and you did it.
Right.
You spoke to the judge and said, of course, you arrested him for the charges that he had, which were pretty serious, but you went to bat for him, and it was wow, it was just a God thing. It truly was God, because the judge released him that same day and you transported him to treatment.
Yeah, I mean, you both went.
That's huge.
Right.
I mean, that is so huge. Where's Cliff Little Rock Bass? What the peanut? So the Survivor Squad are having their, I think it's their 3rd annual event. I think it's in Lawrenceburg. It's at the Green this Saturday.
Yeah, I think they redid all that.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
nice.
Mayor Troy Young.
Yeah.
But Cornish is going to be there, and Cliff Little Rock Bass. He said, what,
What's Cliff got going on?
Teddy, I know his boyfriend Opie. Yeah, see if Opie's watching, Cliff. Call him and get him on here.
He said he was going to be on here, but
He might.
I called and warned him before I got on here. He better not get on here and comment. I think he called Mike Cottle. And,
I don't see Mike on here.
he's mad because I'm over here on this and he's not.
No, Mike, we're gonna get Mike. Mike will be on her next. And it's amazing again with you guys like Mike Cornish, Opie. You guys have been to Blameless Children every year.
Right.
That's huge, man.
Oh, it's amazing to come over there and see, what happens to people and to let them know, their kids really truly love them and they're always going to be there for them. That's what, you talk to people and you say, and sometimes I've been around people and they'll have their grandkids there and they'll be wanting to down their parents. And I'm like, yeah, you can't do that because no matter what their parent does, that's always their parents. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't, they could go kill somebody. It's still their parent. They're still going to love them and, always be there for them.
I'm glad you brought that up, because you do see it a lot. And that's the sad part because these kids are blameless, right?
Right.
They didn't ask for none of this. But that's the worst thing you could do is talk crap about their father, about their mother. Don't.
No.
Because here's the thing, my actions said that I didn't care about my kids, but it was never a lack of love for them. It was only a lack of love for myself, not knowing how to love myself. And for that, I'm truly sorry. And because I did miss them. But that's why I would do the dope, thinking there was no way out, not to feel, trying to fix me outside of me.
Right.
And not manning up, and get the help that I needed to get some distance between me and the dope.
Right.
And I have a great relationship, with Jordan, Justice. Josh is in prison. We talked the other day, and of course Jasper and Jayla. We get along pretty good most of the time, but
right.
It's crazy. The servants are mixing with.
And that reminds me, I was watching something on Animal Planet the other day, and it was the game warden. I don't remember what state it was from. It might have been Texas or somewhere, and they was going around checking people's fishing license and run across this one guy, and he got a warrant for something, and he didn't have fishing license. And
what?
And the game warden got him up there and was talking to him, and he's like, asked him why he thought he could fish without license, and he said, well, he never really got fishing license, but he asked him, was he high? And he said no. He said that's why I go fishing, because it.
Yeah, I know a couple. That's funny. I know of a couple of people that's their thing.
So the game warden said, well, you got to get fishing license, and he ended up not arresting him on his warning. He let him,
right.
So.
Good stuff. That's you. But it is, there's different therapeutic ways for some people. But I try not to isolate. I do get caught up in my feelings sometimes, and I'll stay isolated for a day, and I'm like, whoa, because I will, man. I still suffer from a lot of mental health stuff, like feeling sorry for myself.
Right.
I'm not good enough. I let that evil committee beat me up. That's why I got to go back to the original literature. It tells me to love me like God loves me, that I'm brand new, 2 Corinthians 5:17, that I do have value, that I do have worth. I'm a child of God, and to really dig deep and stay in him. Because see, when I was on dope, and we talked about this when we started, all I thought about was how I'm going to get that next fix.
Right.
And when I did get it and did it, I thought about how I was going to get another one, that mental obsession. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and it clearly says, Isaiah 26:3, to fix, to focus on him. If I'm in him, he is in me. So I constantly got to be in God in everything I do. Right. And it ain't easy. I get it, but it's a working process. And I try to do that with Life on Life Terms today. Cliff said, come out and join us this Saturday, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, 6 p.m. Come hear some powerful testimonies and hear ASAP preaches message. I don't even know who that is. I guess
Cliff's just making that up.
Cliff's making stuff. Come on, Cliff.
I think Cliff's going.
Cliff, we ain't living like that, man. There's Michael Loudon. Michael Loudon in the house. He says, thank you for your service, Daddy. Michael works over at Vital. He's over in him and his wife got, sober together, clean and sober. I'm gonna say
right.
both because, again, depending on what fellowship you're in, but doing great. You know what I mean?
Right.
Got their son back, you know, and doing the thing, man, doing the thing. Pretty awesome. Cody Sparks in the house. Thank you for sharing.
And that's just like you say, you get on track, you got to stay on track, and you got to, like you say, you got to have somebody you can call, and when something's behind you trying to want you to go one way, and then it's easy to get off track, and that's why I truly think you should put God first, because when you put God first, he keeps you on track, and he gets you the people that you need. So
yeah, he gonna place some people in your life. The devil gonna come at you. He gonna put some people in there. That's why you gotta stay woke. Make sure they ain't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Draining the life out of you instead of, know the difference who's feeding your ego and your spirit.
Right. Yeah.
And because people gonna come at you. Whoa, the devil come at you. He look good. Something. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus, hallelujah.
Yeah. And you go and do it, and you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah, what was I thinking, man? She got me.
Right.
Yeah, one too many. What did he say? One is too many, 1,000's never enough. Jeez. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? I see you. Thank you for being you. Hey, that's how God made us. Amen, sister. Real talk. So yeah, man. She needs the address. She's gonna come to Lawrenceburg, Michelle. And so give her that Ernest.
That'd be Cliff. Give you the address.
What did I said? Ernest. That's an M, man. Can you see that? I'm serious. I'm gonna get my glasses soon.
And you got to get a bigger screen too.
I need a bigger screen. It's a little bitty screen. Can y'all see us?
Costa Rica. God bless you all.
God bless you.
That's the person you're.
Yeah. Ernesto, how you doing, baby? Woo, Versailles. We living, baby. We living. But for real, man, these blessings, man, they just keep popping. For me personally, man, it's been like, so I was with Tanner. He works at the Isaiah House today. He's a videographer, and we went over to the Men's Hope Center, and just some guys they came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're Andrew." I was, "Yeah." They said, "We've heard you share, man," and just validate me, like, "Hey, what a great testimony, man. You got to come over here and share. I'd love to hear you share again."
Right.
And things like that. Well, my first thought was, I'm a piece of crap. These guys don't know me. That's that evil committee. Instead of me accepting what they said, is, "Hey, thank you, Jesus.
Right. Absolutely.
Thank you, God,
right.
for allowing me to be a vessel to be the servant you made me to be." And that's the craziness in this world, ain't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, because you got, for these dudes, you pull them over and they talking crazy to you, because you ain't no little dude.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. It's sometimes it's amazing that you deal with people, and it's always somebody else's fault but their fault.
Right. All I did was stole their food stamp card and the rent money. Why are you arresting me?
Yeah, and it truly blows my mind. Sometimes even you go to court and their attorney's trying to put it off on you, like,
oh man,
hold on a second, I ain't the one that got a drug charge. It's the other person. What did I do wrong? I got them off the street.
Real talk.
It's something the way things happen sometimes.
Yeah, well, bring them out. We'd love to have them. Again, it's this Saturday, 6 p.m. over in Anderson County. Margaret Cotton, you can reach out to her too. She'll have the information you need for that. But yeah, I went so many times, man. Like, I never blamed, because I knew what I was doing, and I didn't have it was like my conscience wasn't working though, because
right.
My obsession with dope and getting high, not to feel. But, the only one I had to blame was myself.
Right.
I did this. I created this. But when it really got deep is when I realized on Christmas Day, I'm in FCDC and it's Christmas Day, and I'm looking at my son in the cell next to me, across from me, in an orange jumpsuit.
Right.
At 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is what I've created.
And
this
that was
the
that
best
Jordan.
I could do. Yeah.
Jordan. And Jordan, look at Jordan now. He's doing good. I think he's running his own business. He does, and he'll send me stuff every now and then, and
yeah,
and, we aggravate each other.
Amen. Hey, Tara from Louisville, I'm glad you're here. But it was real, man. I'm sitting there. But see, that's the craziness, because I grew up, chaos wasn't chaos, but you pretty much grew up the same way through a lot of craziness.
Right.
But you didn't choose that path. So I put substance on it. I started going to the penitentiary as a little boy, visit my uncles, things like that. And certain things I said I would never do to my children, and I did exactly that and more.
Right.
You wake up, bro, and it's Christmas Day. Your son, young, 18 years old, and breaking in houses, whatever, and you ask your son, did you wear gloves? Were there any
Right.
cameras? Is that not insane?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just the craziest
But-
thing you could do?
Just like you said, whatever you got to do to get that next one. I mean, that's an example. I mean, it don't matter. It don't discriminate on whoever it is and what you'll do to get it. You know.
What was
So, I know. At my house, I've got played a lot of times. My brother, hey, can you run me up the road here to so and so's house? I left my shirt up there the other day, and I got to go pick it up. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take you up there. And you go in there and get your shirt because I know that's what you're really going to get.
Mm.
You know.
You're gonna get one. You hear me?
And and I look back in life now, and my I owned his own plumbing business. I go to work with him, my brother on this side, my dad on this side, and we're driving down the road, and he's over here drinking, doing whatever, and you're in the middle.
Hold this steering wheel, shift them gears.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
drunk.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember him always saying, you want me to drive? No, you can't drive. I'll get out of practice, and stuff
Right.
like that. I mean, it's just crazy.
When did you have to barricade your bedroom door because your
Yeah,
brother?
I did that at nights because you don't know what's going to happen. Those butter knives. I remember putting those right in the door. Just
Mm.
and that's crazy. You look back and you think about that stuff, and you're like,
And I got to meet him, and it's I'm sorry, but it was a terrible occasion, at Tabby's funeral,
yeah,
and that's wow, that's crazy, again paying DLC to bring him to your mother's funeral. See, because we look at law enforcement once again like, oh, they don't know, they ain't had it tough like us.
right,
You know what I mean? We about to not thinking that you've been through your own trials and tribulations.
right,
But when I heard that part of your story, your testimony, again, not to share that earlier, that's where I could really relate.
right,
Seeing my cousins wearing jumpsuits with shackles in the prison van coming to their parents' funeral.
right.
Yeah, Seth Keith in the house, my man. Seth worked at. Oh, I see Roger Fox up in here. Seth worked at hot FCDC for a long time. So he knows my kids from there as well, being locked up. Seth's the real deal. He's got, I think Seth just celebrated 7 or 8 years. I might be putting you. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Seth. But again, that therapeutic value of one addict helping another, and the same with you. I mean, you didn't go down that path, but you've been through some things, right? You saw what addiction does. You lost your sister. You paid DLC to bring your brother to your mother's funeral. Your dad, full blown, functioning alcoholic.
Right.
Smiles, hee and ha ha when he's in front of customers, but get home, slap the tar out of you.
Yeah.
You smile at me, boy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Love you, Roger. Glad you're here, buddy. Real talk. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 in January. Boy, I done put some time on you, didn't I, baby? Woo, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Seth Keith in the house, y'all. He'll have 6 in January. I thought I was at your celebration. Has it been that long? Oh, Lord. I'm Trevor, I see you, boy. Yes, sir. We do recover right through here. No doubt about it. But yeah, man, we're just sharing, about my piece is an everyday investment. And it is. Every day my piece is an investment because people going to pop up. And you're the worst because you pull them over and they're like, look here, man. What's your problem? Why you pulling me over?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, what the? Hey, man, because you was doing 105. What? What's wrong with you?
Right. Yeah.
Get some real nutcases out there. Real talk. So what's Cliff? Cliff hanging out like a hair on a biscuit. I have to get Teddy to come to McCurry County. Yes. And you've done that. Me and you've been a little everywhere, and it's God.
Right.
So don't take it as ego or, oh, look at me. This has all been God.
Right.
We've been there. We've been to Covington, that big jail. LaGrange. We've been to Pike County. We've been to Fayette County.
Right.
And it's hard to get in there, boy.
And then one up in
Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, here's my sponsor, y'all. Hold on. Y'all say hi to my sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, what you doing, boy? Yeah, that's my guy. That's my
What's he
sponsor.
wanting you to go camping for?
He's, Lord have mercy. You know I ain't going again. What's wrong with you, Tim? What the peanut? I should have read it. What's the peanut?
I mean, he did got nothing else to say. Just wants to know if you want to go camping.
That's
It's kinda-
you met. No, he was the year before. He's my sponsor. He's got Keep the Plug in the Jug.
Oh,
He helped sponsor what we're doing here. Keep the Plug in the Jug. Jekyll don't hide. Put the dope down. You know, and if it don't work, call Coach Tim. He's got just the real deal, man. This dude, woo boy, hey, he'll walk you through some life on life terms. He told me his daddy told him, said, never get a friend a job at where you work. He said two things. Either they outwork you and make you look bad, or they don't work and make you look bad.
Right.
That's his
That's
dad's
true.
a smart man.
Yeah.
Oh, good advice. I see RJ Pittman, my man, get ready to jump off in November over in Indiana. Real talk. Good stuff. Oh, T, I'm gonna call you in the morning. I promise.
No, he won't.
Yes, I'm coming to see you tomorrow. I love you, Miss T. That's T Bass. She's the real deal, real deal Holyfield. She steals all my one-liners. What the peanut? I see you, girl. Tell him, Cliff. She stole it from me. When chickens communicate, do they use foul language? What?
Who is that?
It's Tim again. Yeah.
We might want to go get a welfare check on him, make sure he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
We got to check on Tim. Tim's my dude. So Robert Murphy, I was in the neighborhood today, Robert. I talked to Johnny Jr. and I talked to Larry and Faye about, your niece. And they said, of course, she's out of the hospital, back to doing what she was doing. So hopefully we can hunt her down and hopefully talk her into getting the help she needs, my brother. You hear me? I left some cards, so, to give her so she could call me. Over Glasgow, Scotland. Shut the high from Glasgow. Is this where you're from? Where's that? Where's Glasgow, Scotland?
That's right on the other side of Pike County. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're two philosophers here. Yes, sir.
No,
yes, sir.
I forgot. I forgot. I haven't said a whole lot about it, but last night about 12 o'clock at night, I got a phone call and I was about half asleep and in and out, and then ended up calling my cousin Connie back and my cousin Jeff, and I got a first cousin named Timmy, and he passed away last night. So keep my uncle and my family in your prayers too. Because I told you, growing up, Edward and Helen and Jeff and Connie, they're like parents to me. And, Timmy, I think back and, when I was 15, 14, Timmy put me in the driver's seat of his car, let me drive. And he'd sit over there with a little piece of paper like he's taking notes, grading me on my travel.
Oh,
So,
that's good stuff.
I didn't get to do a lot of stuff on, with my dad because, he was doing his thing and working all the time.
Right.
But, Jeff and Connie and my uncles and Timmy and all of them, I was always with them going somewhere.
Yeah.
So, that's
And that's why, when I think about it, because you've shared that, but I see how close you are to, Jeff, Connie, and
right.
And that's pretty cool. And so how old were you when he started giving you a driver's
Hey,
test?
he's probably 14.
How cool is that though?
Yeah.
That's a precious, priceless memory, see?
Right.
And I get to look at these today, being free from active addiction.
Right, yeah.
Total abstinence. But for him to put you in the car and have the notepad,
Oh,
to a kid,
That's
that's the best thing
like
ever.
grading me, every time the no turn signal, that's a check, I just remember that, and always getting to go do things that I wouldn't have got to go do if it wasn't for, them. And, I remember going to these rod run car shows in Tennessee, back in the day. And, I remember this picture Brody put on there not long ago, me and Timmy standing in front of this little Chevrolet truck, and it was all wrecked out and stuff. And, we used to wreck on Jeff, and
Lord.
you
Before Jeff got thick skin, because y'all don't cut him a break.
No, and I know Jeff's going through it right now, because that's his brother, and just I asked you to keep him all in your prayers because it's going to be a hard time for him. So,
Yeah, definitely. But they invited me into the home, didn't know me from Adam,
Right,
and put me up.
Right.
Just good people. But again, and it's so that it sucks. But a lot of times that's why I like to talk about always be kind.
Okay.
And when God puts it on your heart, because I'm the worst, God will put, like, sometimes he'll put you or somebody in my heart, give you a call when I haven't talked to you,
Right.
for a couple of days or whatever. And I don't. There's Opie. And I don't. And I'm like, man, why didn't I do? So when God puts that in your heart, like, like, hey, call your granny, call your mama, call your brother, call your friend Susan, call your friend Bill. Just stop
Right.
and call them.
It don't take no time to do
It don't take no time, man, because time is just so priceless. Life is fragile.
And that's like, we talked about it even when we first started doing this, going on these calls and these people wanting you to go do, like I talk welfare checks all the time. And, I ain't heard from these people, as family member over, can y'all go do a welfare? When's the last time you talked? Well, it's been 5-6 months ago.
Oh, Lord.
You go over there and they've been deceased in a home for weeks,
Wow.
And you're like,
well, that's the problem, like we can get so caught up in life and make it faster than it should be.
And another thing, people want to hold grudges. I mean,
Ooh,
it's
tell them, Teddy, preach, my brother.
How people want to hold grudges, just, and don't want to talk to people and don't want to do this, don't want to do that because of something silly.
Silly, don't mount the hill of beans.
But when they die, they're like, oh, I wish I'd have done this. I wish I'd have done that. And if you're holding a grudge against somebody, really sit down and think about why you're holding a grudge, and is it worth it? I don't know.
Well, I like to look at my part too. Did I open the door? Again, because a lot of times, like you said, it doesn't amount to hill of beans regardless.
No.
Whatever it may be, even if it's financial, how long this money won't pay me back?
$5.
$5. Hey, man. Well, that's a good, hey, that gets you out of the big money. Now know if they come at you trying to get a hunt done.
Yeah.
Hey, man, check us out. I'd love to help you, baby, but check us out.
Right.
I ain't got it like that.
Yeah, I let this guy borrow $5. Now I'm taking it to the grave with me. I never will talk to him again.
Right.
Back. So, it's crazy.
We got Sherman out of Australia in here. Glad you're here. There's Opie. Where you been, Opie? We've been looking for you. Yes, sir. Yeah, I see Brandon. How you doing, Brandon? I see you down here. Yes, get
I'm
him.
gonna give you my glasses.
I can't. I didn't bring my glasses, and I was looking because, man, I can't see a lick. See, I'm trying to get what Brandon said. My main man to keep sober at Andrew Hager Live, man. Just wish I could actually meet you or be in a live video with you. I've watched your videos from day one. Wow. Please message the page and let's make that happen.
Right.
Message the page tonight. Margaret's on the page with me. She helps me. But I'd love to, man, I'd love to get you on here and share some experience drinking hope, baby. Let's lift somebody up,
There's
baby.
my hero, Opie Satterley.
Where's hot Opie?
Right there.
We're up top. Oh,
down.
I'm going.
Look at what he said.
Boy, there. Oh, good stuff. Elaine, right? Money's nothing compared to health. Amen, sister. Real talk.
We done run Mike Cottle off, Opie. He's mad. So you might want to call and check on him.
We got to get Mike in. So I'm working on the studio, guys. I only have room for one guest right now. Other when we had it at Downs, we have, 4 or 5 on at a time. So Brian Privet, and of course Mark LaPalme are helping me to get some things together to do it like we used to have it, like a newsroom setting, so we can have 3 or 4. And I think that's good.
Yeah, because I'd like to have Opie over here with us because me and him.
Yeah, it's a lot. We had fun at the Blameless Children.
I can't joke with him on Facebook no more because he gets me banned and put in Facebook jail. I get on there telling him how much I hate him, and then he reports it, and then I get banned.
He reports you.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot about Chief Bowman out of Frankfurt.
Oh yeah.
Love Chief Bowman. He's been on several times. Right. Wonderful, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But again, these are doors that's been open, again, to break the stigma, because a lot of us, we get rescued by being arrested, but we met the police for doing their job. We met at law enforcement for doing their job. Sissy, love it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my people. You got to meet Sissy one day. She never turned me away. Heard me on spot. We living. Thank you. Oh, good deal. Cliff said, what did he say to Satterley? You're just man.
I hope he's supposed to have been over here tonight, but he couldn't make it.
Well, every time I've invited Opie over, he's always got something else to do.
I think he had to stay home and fix his hair.
He's got what the peanut? Oh my gosh!
It's funny. I was on the phone with Opie earlier, and you know, he don't ever invite me over his house, but his little boys in the background want me to come over and see them.
And then he tells them, "Oh, Uncle Teddy's busy."
As soon as he said that, he said, "Well, I got to get off here." You know, wanting to hang the phone up.
Then he tells them you hung up.
Oh yeah, he didn't want to come see me.
Oh, been going to. I found some spots. Oh man, what?
What is it? Went through spots on my line.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Prayers for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely prayers on that.
I love you, boy. So RJ Pittman over in Indiana, I'm excited. He's having a big event in November. He posted it earlier. Big event. Last year was amazing. We get to be a part of it. Thank you for allowing us to get to hang out and share some experience, strength, and hope. Got an all-star cast, baby. We do recover. Let's get busy living. Plus that little coffee shop over there is nuts.
What coffee? Where at?
It's all about God. It's called Heaven something. But it is just, man, the best coffee
I
I
don't
ever
drink
had.
coffee. So.
You don't?
No.
Yeah, I gotta quit. It's killing me. Yes. George in the house. Ernesto's still hanging out.
Yeah, but we
with us.
definitely need to get Opie over here and get him on with us, him and Cornish.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on. So we get that Cornish.
We better
still
not
up
forget
there.
Mike Cottle because he'll pout.
Yeah, we gotta get Mike on there. Mike retired. He was doing
Yeah, that's what I told you. Retired on duty. He ain't do nothing anyway. So,
it.
right around.
Hey.
I hope he's on here too.
Oh man, just right around. Cornish said they got streets named after Opie. One way.
That's yeah. We used to call Cornish 1 way 114.
114. Hey, oh, look there, Jeff Griffin and that. You remember Jeff? We spoke in Paris one time. It was Judge Hayes out of
Oh yeah.
What was she? Bourbon, Scott, and Woodford.
Yeah.
District. And then we had Circuit Judge, which was Privet, and Jeff was there. So yeah, Jeff's
That's where what's that? Was that other guy named Teddy too?
Teddy.
Who's the guy that does the T-shirts? Your buddy?
Oh no, he wasn't in that one.
What's his name?
Asher.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be a couple, Jeff and Asher. I'm kidding, Jeff. God forgive us. We're on one. Look there, Sissy, almost 16 years clean, but still got to stop in and I love you, girl. You're the best.
I wonder how many people would follow you still if they could hear mine your phone conversation sometimes.
Oh Lord, that's terrible. I don't know what he's talking about. Drop prank call, hang up.
Oh yeah.
Good night, Elaine. Glad you were here. Oh, shut up! Look at this, boy. Is that our dude? Is that Josh Young? Josh Young, what's up, baby? Good evening.
You think about the young?
I thought it was Jeremy. Sorry, Josh. I'm glad you're here though.
Right.
Yeah, good stuff. He's the arresting officer on Jeremy.
I always like Jeremy
Good
and
kid.
the Youngs. They're good people, and I never forget. We went over to their place one night, and I guess they're both him and his brother were getting arrested or whatever, and they had another officer with me. And
It was Sloan, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they was giving him a pretty rough way to go because Sloan told them they couldn't ride together. And I put them both in my car and let them ride together. It's like, what's the deal? Just let them ride together. If you could get them in there, let them smoke a cigarette, whatever.
Right. Yeah. And I never got lucky enough to have an officer let me smoke. I had a couple let me use their phone, and I called the dope man. I'm kidding. Opie's got 2 kids under 5. Yeah, that's the real one. You're always busy.
And that's, and I have people cuss me out, and, always a cigarette is the thing. You
gotta have a cigarette.
You think I can smoke a cigarette after you done cuss me out? Yeah, go ahead and smoke you one. They're all, you're not that bad,
Well, and it is, again, I've been in courtrooms where they try to make you guys out to be the bad guy.
Oh yeah. It's like you go to court and they're putting you on the stand of what you done wrong.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's my fault. I'm sorry.
But I do understand that and it's every aspect of life, every profession. There's going to be just people that aren't nice people.
Right. Yeah.
And I do get that. But I always look. I'm not going to give you that power.
Right.
And that's where my recovery has taken me through God to realize that I'm a child of God. That I do have value, I have worth, and I can't put one in me. I can't pick up dope today, even if I wanted to.
Right.
That's why. But just to realize not to give people that power over me. you know, again, if I'm looking for validation from you guys, I'm also giving you power to tear me down.
Right.
You know, it's huge.
And
It's
that's,
huge.
and if you don't give them that power, and then, even they might not get it when you take them to jail or whenever you're dealing with them or when they come to court, they always tell you, hey, I'm sorry for being a jerk. And, you're pretty nice and let me smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah. So, said we always thought the police was the enemy, but the truth be told, we was the only they was only there to help us. Amen.
Right.
Yeah, Nora, how you doing? See you. How you doing? Oh, Sarah, where you been, girl? Sarah Chirillo, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
hope he said I'm not nice.
He's not. Margaret's still on here with
I
us.
can't. I'm not gonna say nothing because he'll get you banned off here.
No.
He'll call him. Have Andrew
Yeah.
Dagger live. Put
Dude,
put jail.
Opie's my guy. Look, man. So I get a call from Opie the other day. Actually, it was
Did
yesterday.
he want something?
No, he not for
That's the only time
himself.
he calls
No,
me.
oh wow.
Like, what do you need? What do you want, Opie?
No, like I said earlier, I mean, it was, out of genuine love and concern for for another human being, that he didn't know anything to. There was nothing for him to receive other than, to do God's work out of kindness. And he helped this fellow, by reaching out, the unity in this thing, and to help this guy lift this guy up and
Right.
give him some more hope. The guy just got out of treatment, done 6 months, and was willing to move forward with his recovery, and that's the beautiful thing with us as working as one.
Right.
So it was a beautiful thing. Paul Martinez, where you been, son? I see you, baby. Huh?
Me
Yeah.
and Opie cut up a lot and joke, and then we've even been on Facebook, and some of our friends will call me and like, why you know y'all
Dude.
so mad? Why don't y'all like each other?
Believe it or not, I've had people call me and say, "Is Teddy and Opie, are they not really like each other?" I said it's one of them girlfriend boyfriend. It's crazy. Yeah, but I've actually had people. Dude, they're buddies, man.
But
That's
now
just how they
I
carry
can't
it
joke with him anymore because he took it too far and got me. He's got me banned like 3 times on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, reported hate crimes and all kinds of stuff.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So
What the peanut?
If I tell him I hate him or something, I'll spell it backwards on there, and he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, Cheryl, how you doing, honey? I'll be at Arizona. I was in Phoenix at J Dow's a while. Man, I loved it.
I love old J Dow.
He's wonderful.
Especially when you fell out of the truck down here.
Man, hey man, check this out. It was cold. What was that? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And then Jay's driving his daddy's truck. He done came in from Phoenix.
Yeah.
And it's no ice on the ground. I get out of the
Some
driver's.
black ice.
Yeah, I get out of the passenger door. Like, yeah, man. And I fall for about a half an hour. And I was thinking it hurt too, man. They just laughed and laughed. Yeah, it was crazy. Look at Paul Martinez, 1,192 days. Woo! Praise God.
What's Paul got going on in his picture there? I can't.
What is that, Paul? What are you doing? Paul's a good dude. He's there's Carl. How you doing? How you doing? Shut the front. Hey, let's get it, baby. Carl Pulley in the house. Yvonne, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Yvonne? We winning today. Angie, where you been, Angie? I just talked to AJ last night for about an hour and a half. I like to never got off the phone with him. And he's doing all right. AJ Petroselli, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, man, just the unity in this thing. And that's the thing, you guys are really quicker. You, Cornish Cottle, Chief Bowman, Opie, man, and let's go on, quick to help somebody.
Oh yeah.
That's protect and serve.
Yeah.
And a lot of us didn't get that, like in that honesty. And that's the first thing you said when you pulled me in, Chad. If y'all honest with me,
Right.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing.
Chad Ray started crying. I had to give him a hug.
Yeah, I said I wasn't driving. He was. I mean, I don't know what you.
I've actually seen people go down the road and switch spots.
Oh Lord!
Y'all just did that right in front of me.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I had one. I've had to take off from stops and everything. I got one took off from a stop the other day from up north and ended up calling him on the phone. I had him come back to the sheriff's department. So it's crazy what people do.
Here's somebody who Nina was very hard and a single.
Josh said he must be talking about you. He said he's lying.
Oh wow!
It's not nice, Josh.
Family member to have time with older child, still with years clean and sober. Any prayers and assistance welcome. Y'all put them prayers up there for Ellsworth.
And I'm, you
Last year,
know,
honey.
a lot of people think, you know, I guess they see me and Josh cut up on iron, but we've known each other forever. We got hired at the same time at General Cable over in Lawrenceburg when I first moved down here from Pike County. And, you know, then I started talking about going into law enforcement. And Josh, he was kind of scared at first. You know, he's afraid to get beat up. And I told him, I was like, Josh, just do it. And if somebody jumps on you, I'll be there for you and help you, me and Cornish. So he wasn't really going to do it at first. And then we kind of told him, you know, we'd be there for him. So.
Yes, I see. He just said, Sally, what's wrong with this dude, man? Sally Leach in the house. Is that what happened over here?
Yeah.
But now I'm going to have him on next week to tell his side of this, man. So y'all was working at General Cable?
Yeah, over in Lawrenceburg. And we worked there for a long time together. And then, you know,
And Opie was scared over there too?
No, he wasn't really scared. He kind of laid low, but that's when he had hired.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
But, you know, I was leaving Cable, and he's kind of sad about it. I said, Josh, just put your application in. And no, he said, no, I'm afraid somebody beat me up. And I said, it's going to be okay. I'll be here. I'll protect you, me and Cornish. So,
yeah.
Well,
I'm glad he went in the law.
I am too. He's doing good.
There's Bobby Rodell. Bobby the Hitman. I see you, boy. Put that sobriety date up there, son.
See, he said he's the third wheel.
Poor old Opie.
Love him to death. If anybody ever jumps on him, I'm gonna be there for him.
Angie said you silly. Paul smoking a big cigar in the picture.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of them Cubans. Boy, you ain't allowed to have him over in America. How'd you
Smuggled
get that
him
over
in,
there?
didn't he?
Right. Well, thank you, Lisa. Love you. Lisa, girl, I had the most fun. This is over in Ohio. Pastor Kraft and his wife Abby, you know, Tim Kraft, and you know. Tim.
Yeah, I met.
He's at the Blameless Children every year.
Right.
And just, you know, they're cutting out the middleman over there, okay? They're going straight to the source, which is Jesus. Is Jesus your Lord? Yes, you got to go through the Son to get to the Father. And just to get to come and share with you guys, it was amazing. You know, I felt like my cup was overflowed with just blessings, man, to see these women getting into their true identity. You know, who they were made to be through Christ. It was just amazing. It was a pleasure meeting you. I thank you. I'm glad to see you on here. I was so excited for that. It was just amazing. Thank you, honey. Thank you for having me. I talked to Tim last night. I'll try to get back down there and have a good time.
Is that
Where are y'all from, Clean Dates people? Yeah, listen to Robert. Get them Clean Dates on here.
Is that Bobby down under?
Where's Bobby?
Down.
Rodell, yeah. He said he shot
Bobby's
out.
always wanting to try to fight me and stuff every time he comes with Blameless
Bobby
Children.
Rodell, he flexed on you.
Oh yeah, he gets on Facebook and
Flexed
poses.
on you.
Oh yeah, like somebody's scared of him or something.
Bobby got about 800 years clean. Where's he at? Bobby's my guy. Look at there, 5,315 days, boy. Straight out of
Good job.
Illinois, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby's a big part of Blameless Children. Now,
Oh, yeah,
he
he's
missed
down
the
here
1
every
year because, you know, he was in a motorcycle accident, you know, and everything. But Bobby's been a huge part of Blameless Children every year.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, he's willing to do whatever. And I mean, whatever it be, mop floors, you know, put up chairs, you know, and that, you know, that's real and that's genuine because I mean he's driving all the way from Illinois, you know, every year, and it's just a blessing to have.
It's
him in our
amazing
life.
how many people show up and actually, you know, come to it because you're like, you know, and I go to when I'm at work and I let them know how many people were there and they're like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah." There's a lot of people turning out
It
for
really is amazing, man.
So.
You know, each year, like again, so we're planning on doing it the third Saturday of June next year. We'll know more as soon as we get with the church, but we're going to do some things different. IH, you know, Mark LaPalm, Kevin Horn, that whole team, Mike Cox, along with Ted McCourt and his team, you know, are really wanting to be a bigger part. And they've been a huge part with their donations and support financially and you know, each year, but this year. So, I mean, it's going to be just immaculate. I've got so many new kids wanting to speak. And see, again, that's that therapeutic value because they're over isolated and they see these other kids their ages up there sharing about, you know, the pain, you know, of what their parents have the trauma that their parents have caused, and the healing starts process. So we
Right.
got so many new kids for next year. We're gonna start promoting around November. To be honest with you, we'll get and everything's free, guys. I mean, you get free entertainment, free food. The face painting was amazing. I mean, $10,000 worth of toys from Toy
Oh
Bar.
yeah, they always were.
Yeah, I mean, it was really just amazing. It truly was. Hi, Grace. How you doing? Thank you. Carla, 60 days. We're at Opie,
Yeah, what's he got?
third wheel.
Oh, is
I'm
that- we
behind
already
time.
seen that.
Yeah, let me get. Followers. This hot day. Warren, Ohio, 5 years free. Praise
Bobby
God.
Liddell's got 14 years. Is that what he
Yeah,
says?
Bobby's
6
killing
months
it.
clean. Good
Yeah.
job, Bobby.
And Sarah and her daughter shared this. Well, her daughter, of course, Sarah lost her granddaughter. And,
Right.
her daughter. It was pretty immaculate. Actually, it's on the page. We actually got a lot more videos to come out. So I'm excited. We
There's-
love you, Jeff, Connie.
Connie and Jeff on there, like I said, make sure you keep them in your prayers. It's gonna be it's gonna be hard. So
Yeah, and I don't know if you were on here, Connie and Jeff, when Teddy was sharing about his drivers. That was really cool.
Yeah,
That really warmed my heart. you
yeah,
know?
I mean, you know, when you lose somebody, you look back and you think about that, because like I said, Jeff and Connie and Timmy, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have got to go do anything as growing up hardly. We went on vacation and stuff, but I'm talking about like just, I'm sure Connie sometimes would like to go out with Jeff on a date without me being there, but she's like a mom and Jeff's like a dad, and Timmy and all of them,
Yeah.
Timmy was, and then like I told you, just I thought about that last night. I was up thinking, what happened, what's going on, and then you start looking back and you remember, like I said, driving, it was an Eagle, some kind of car, I can't remember, but
Not the Eagle.
It was.
I
one of
remember those.
Eagles,
Yeah,
and it's just sitting over there. He's in the passenger seat with a little piece of paper, like he's grabbing me driving.
You was about 14.
Yeah, 14,
And
15
he
years
told you
old.
get in the driver's seat,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
had.
let you drive, and so right, yeah,
That's
like-
good. I love that.
Yeah,
What a precious memory.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
priceless. It truly is.
Right.
What's Terry Powers? I have work to do. I'm an alcoholic. I fall off now and then. I appreciate everything you have done and do. Thanks for what you're doing. It takes work. Keep up the great work. God bless you, brother. Well, thank you, Terry.
and that's a lot. People getting on there and admitting, hey, I'm an alcoholic. I still have issues, and
yeah.
you know,
Well, that's amazing, Terry, and thank you for your honesty. And Teddy's right. Admitting, hey, look, man. I mean, and nobody's unique, man. Nobody's perfect. They only made one perfect. What does it say? Who has not sinned, cast the first stone.
Right.
And none of us can do that because we are not Jesus. But man, if you need an ear or reach out, just message me right on here. We'll chop it up.
right.
Because I get it, man. Trust me. I so get it. And even without substance, this thing here, that evil committee, ooh, Lord,
Yeah.
it'll have you a mess, won't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord, get off me, devil.
Right.
I get it,
you'll
brother.
You'll go somewhere, somebody will say something out of the way to you, and you'll be like, well, I just left her, and you're mad for.
Yeah.
I and that's why I'm glad I work up north, because I got that drive coming back south, and I can, get rid of that before I get home, so Myra don't slap me around.
Right. Yeah, not to take it home.
Exactly.
Come home mad or go to work mad.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't
I
believe
didn't
you
do
talked to
nothing.
me.
So I used to go to work when I worked at MD, son, because I get up early and I'm on the way. I had a 27-minute drive. It was 27 minutes, and I was just because this was new, man. I'm out of jail and I'm having a good time. Who is it?
Josh Franks,
Oh, shut the front door.
Hey Josh, I hope you're doing good, buddy. Love you.
We were talking about you earlier. We didn't mention your name though. I
Yeah,
broke your anonymity.
I'm glad to see you on here.
Yeah, that's amazing. He's alive.
Yeah, I
Shut
was
your
worried about
mouth.
him forever. I was like, where'd he go? So
That's crazy. God bless you guys. Teddy started my recovery process in 2018. I'm forever grateful. Amen. Hey man, that's crazy. We were talking about
yeah,
that's savvy.
Yeah, that's
God
amazing.
is so good.
I'm glad to see him on here. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. See, we get so caught up in our addiction and get caught up in that evil committee telling us we ain't no good. We ain't.
Oh, yeah.
She leaves you. Ooh, relationships are the worst. Got rid of, oh, she left. Nobody loves me.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
going to go get high. Hey, man, you better stop, boy. Oh,
And
Lord.
they'll hold that and go down the road 5 or 6 years, and you'll come back to them later, and you still doing that? Yeah, she don't like. I'm like,
Yeah, not you, Josh.
no, we
Just
ain't talking about. We're just
oh,
talking about people in
he hung
general.
up. He's turning us in.
You get
It's no, but and that's where I go, man, because I'm, we gonna feel some things, right? Life
you
shows
got
up,
to, yeah,
and we gonna feel what we feel. But if I'm in God and He is in me, I'm gonna love me like God loves me. I'm gonna make it through it, y'all.
right.
You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
gonna love. Oh, Mary Ray, I see you, girl. Look at Mary Ray, y'all straight out of Frankfurt, baby, the capital. I see you, Miss Mary. But yeah, I'm gonna love me today. You better jump back. I'm gonna kiss myself.
That's right.
Somebody hold me. Hallelujah. I love it, boy.
Right.
Real talk, real talk.
Yeah,
This ain't no joke.
You got to. I mean, because if you, I mean, you be mad at the world all the time if you don't listen to what somebody says about you, and that's, and you see it a lot in law enforcement, somebody that's new on the street working, and somebody that's been there and done it, say like you, and you come up and start wrecking on them.
I'm a wreck.
Oh yeah, and they get all
Butt
defensive,
hurt.
like they're gonna get mad at
Don't
you.
get mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, again, man. Look, man. But for just being in God, and I know, like I said, earlier, I was so wrapped up. All I could think about is how I'm gonna get that next fix, how I'm gonna get that next, hit of dope.
Right. Yeah.
And that's all my mind would do. It stayed there. That's why I'm trying to, work on this again. Isaiah 26:3, stay in Him and He'll be in me. Because you got to go through the Son to get to the Father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Isaiah 26:3 talks about how to have that perfect peace in Him. Because people are crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm crazy. You hear me? And
That's
I
why I said
realized.
earlier. They can just hear minding your conversations.
Oh, they'd be
all the
like,
time.
well, these guys need
They
help.
need help.
What the peanut? But we all do. Hey, Tracy, how you doing, honey?
But we joke and we know we do, and we just kind of,
Yeah.
say yeah.
Yeah, but and
Ricky
that's
just
it.
said that.
I can laugh at me today.
Exactly.
How you been, Tracy? I'm glad you're here. Oh, there's oh man, I'll have to get it on the next show. I didn't bring the
That's
flyer.
like if you go up Lexington or something, and you're with your mom, you send me videos of her wanting,
Man, she cussed Teddy out, and I have her on video. Hey, Teddy, honey. Because
She said I'm her buddy.
Yeah, we tease her,
Yeah.
and then Teddy can kiss
Yeah,
mine.
if he ain't taking me to jail, like I
Yeah,
ain't messing
yeah.
with her. She
Yeah.
with me.
That's crazy. That's
So.
savvy. But we're blessed, and we're 16 minutes over. I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with us. Mary, I will try to get to Frankfurt. I'm so sorry. I need to get you some cards down there. I really appreciate everything. But we're blessed.
Absolutely.
We're blessed. You got any last words?
Like I said, just keep my family, Jeff, Connie, and all them in your prayers. My uncle Johnny and Aunt Helen, and keep them in your prayers, because I could say this next week, but it's going to be next forever. I mean, when you lose a loved one, it's hard, and I didn't realize how hard it is when you lose somebody you love, and then like losing my sister, and like me and Connie was talking today, I told her, I said, it's going to be hard because you'll be going down the road driving and start crying out of the blue,
Yeah.
just thinking about things. So, it's hard when you lose a loved one.
It is, man. Because life is so fragile. And we talked about, when God puts that on your heart, pick that phone up, man. It's easy
And
these
don't
days.
hold grudges, because it ain't worth it.
It ain't, is it?
Yeah, because like I said,
Oh, silly stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean over something plumb. I mean it's just ridiculous.
It's insane, But again, in active addiction, it wasn't the tangible things; it was the intangible things that I stole. Like, again, it wasn't the TV, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. It was that peace, the still in sleep, causing my grandmother to worry, causing my kids, robbing them of their childhood, things of that
And I was
nature.
I've been wanting to ask Josh about his mom. You remember his mom? He said he lost his mom 2 weeks ago. So,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sure there's a lot
sorry.
of suffering from that, because he had a great mom, and she was there. She was a fighter. She was a fighter for Josh.
Yeah. Oh
So,
man, I remember her as
Yeah.
plain as day.
Oh yeah. So
And I'm glad we talked, because again, it wasn't the tangible; it was the intangible things, like the sleep we stole,
Right.
the worry we caused
right.
in that process. Now I had to feel these things, and I had to realize that I'd created all these things. My grandmother, who loved me who raised me,
Right.
loved me unconditionally. I remember, her standing there just crying. Why can't you just stop?
Right.
Why don't you just stop?
Right.
and every fiber in my being wanted to stop, but I could not stop.
Right.
That's how insidious the disease, the illness, the condition of addiction is.
And truly, it can be only you that, I mean, you have to be that person to make that stand and say, you know, I'm going to change. I can't do it for you. You can't do it for them. I mean, you can help people all, you know, along the way and show them, hey, this is the other side. When you get here, you cross to this side, this is what's going to become of it. You're not going to be sitting over here, you know, because, you know, you deal with people and there's always an excuse of why they're doing what they're doing,
Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah,
why they
I'm
want to go
gonna
get
justify it.
high, you know, so and so, and you know, and that's just like I said, you know, grow up at home. I grew up in losing loved ones, and all. I could sit back and say, easy, oh, I won't got high because I lost so and so today. I lost this person. I lost that person. But you know, you got to do what God wants you to do, and you always got to put God first, and you know, do what's right. You know, just like Josh, you know, Frank's, you know, I always tell Josh I love him. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he knows, you know, if he needs something, we'll be there for him. If he gets off track or whatever, you know, we're not going to say, well, you know, we're going to penalize you, you know, whatever.
Right, but that, and again, because I have no expectations. You know, you're human. We're all human first, and he has not. What has to go? He has who has not sinned. I'm sorry.
Right.
Cast the first stone.
Right.
We all fall short in different areas, and there's different levels. I get that.
Right.
But how awesome, Josh! And if you're still listening, this Teddy told you, I'm gonna show up in court for you. I'm gonna put the word into the judge. You know that, dude. That's wow. That is so huge. You did exactly what you said you would do. You showed up for this man that was broken, that was caught in the grips of addiction, everything in his being fighting against God's power.
Right.
And God showed up through you to fight for this young man. His mother and his brother were in the courtroom. And Josh, I'm glad you're a blessing. You're a miracle.
Absolutely.
You know, and that was just like, I'm sitting there going, wow. You know what I mean?
Right.
How amazing is this?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you know,
And you didn't know this kid from Adam.
No. I mean, you know, you see that, like I said, you know, Josh is going to fix what Josh has got going on. And, you know, we can always, you know, if you're going to go get a fix or do whatever and go back and say, hey, you know, well, my mom, so-and-so, whoever passed away. And that's an,
Yeah, I
it's
remember
hard.
you
You
talking
got-
to the mother in the
Yeah,
courtroom that day.
yeah, you gotta give it up, because when you put God in your life first, there's always better things on the other side. And you're proof of that. Cause
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, you know, this man, all he had to his name was a honey bun. You think about
Honey
that, now look
bun,
at you now.
42 years old, boy. Now I got my screw drop. But it, you know, it's so real. You know, now your mom's looking down on you. She's proud, you know, very proud to keep moving forward in this process, you know, because
Right.
it is real.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
and again, to make that amends, you know, with pen to paper, I had to do that with my grandfather and my grandmother. They never got to see me on this path.
Right.
God is so good, you know. I see you, is that Swartz?
Yeah.
I meant, okay, guys, yes. Real talk. Well, we're at the top. Susan White, how you doing? God, oh, tell them, Susan. Yes. God is the answer. And real quick for you 12-steppers out here, see that they were set in motion to get me out of my own way, to get me in contact with God. You know, I'm not going to tell you if you're understanding, because look here, I'm confused about it. 2,000 years. Woo, Lord have mercy. God's been irritating people's demons. You hear me? Get mad if you want to. Jesus has been doing this for 2,000 years, baby. The best rock on the block.
Exactly.
Jesus. And it's real. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, man.
And you know, when you get to the lowest point in your life, that's who you always are coming back to,
Yes.
you know.
So many times, Teddy, looking at, you know, facing some football numbers, you know, penitentiary, like,
You be praying all night long.
oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh, help me,
Just
Jesus.
this one time, let me, you know.
Yes. But then it became real, you know, to believe and know that God is my Lord, that Jesus is my Lord. Again, you got to go through the Son to get to the Father to know that I have value. You know, the two types of identity: false identity,
Right.
who the world tells you you are, and true identity, who Christ says you are, who He made you to be. You know, a disciple, a leader, man. It's so real to stay in that. I mean, look how blessed we are right now.
Oh yeah.
We feeling some things.
Oh yeah.
You know, for Connie and Jeff and you know, yourself, and things that we're gonna walk through, because we know God's got us. We know, you know, He's in heaven. And,
Oh yeah, absolutely. You
and
know.
just beautiful. God is so good, guys.
Right.
Thank God We never got, well, ooh, that's right, Daniel. Real talk. Did I say it? Yes. Yeah, that's right. It's so true, so true. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with us. We're heading in. I got to be at work tomorrow. I got to actually be on location a couple places. Mary, I'm going to try to get those to you. I really need you. I got to get you some too. Left one in the car. I want to thank you guys. We're going to end this with the wee version of the Serenity Prayer from Chesterfield Heart Program Jail. Are you with me? Thank you guys.
Thank you all.
God, grant us serenity.